YouTube, welcome back to another ROMZ video, and today we are episode 6 of the ROMZ breakdown. As you guys can see in the title, we're gonna break down this video. I don't know if you guys have seen it by Isaiah Garcia. I don't know if you've seen this guy on social media. He's come on my social media feed a lot, and I was just scrolling, right? I was just scrolling and I saw this video talking about should a guy be in a relationship on the come up, and I have my thoughts on this one, and I'm going to express in a minute, but this is what we're going to break it down, because there's a lot of people that have mixed opinions about this. Some people say yeah, you should be in a relationship, some people say you shouldn't be in a relationship. So this is why I'm going to make a breakdown, just to actually break down what I think and what basically what he means in this type of video. So before we get to the video, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do that good stuff. Road to 200 subs, guys. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 200 subs. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So what we're going to do, as I said, we always do on the ROMZ breakdown, we're going to play the video first so you guys can get the context if you've not watched it, and then we're going to replay it, and I'm going to give my breakdown of what he's talking about and what my thoughts are on it as well. So let's get straight into it.
While on the come up?
Fuck no, hell no.
Why?
Well, I mean, it is going to depend on the guy as well. There's some guys that cannot handle being in a relationship because they'll go from giving their business their all. The second they get a girl, they're going to put all their time, attention, and energy into that girl, which therefore they'll start to neglect their business. So it really comes down to what type of guy someone is. If they're the type of guy that knows how to balance it, or it's realistically there's no fucking balance. At the end of the day, it will depend on the man, depending on whether or not he's able to sustain a relationship while also growing a business, because it's hard to grow a relationship and grow a business at the same time. You're gonna have to sacrifice one or the other. So it's a really hard question.
Should a man be...
Yeah, so that's the video, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he's right? Do you guys think he's wrong? Personally, for me, I do agree with this comment there. I'm in the middle of it, because personally, for me, in terms of the relationship, and these people could be saying, "Oh, ROMZ, you're sitting on the fence, or what are you doing?" I'm not really sitting on the fence, because I have this context behind of what this question is as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to play it again, and I'm going to give you guys the reason why I kind of think it's in the middle, and we can go from there.
In a relationship while on the come up?
Fuck no, hell no.
Why?
Well, I mean, it is going to depend on the guy as well. There's some guys.
I mean, to be fair, he did say, this is the thing though, he said fuck no, but then he kind of, this is the thing though, he switched his answer a little bit. He literally said no, we're not going to be in a relationship, and then all of a sudden now it depends on the guy. And for me, I agree, I think it depends on the guy. Like, this is the thing, guys, a real guy, I think for me personally, this thing about, oh, women are going to drag you down, women are a distraction, it's just all this red pill nonsense. It's just all this fucking bullshit, bro. Let's be honest. And I used to think this probably back a few years ago, when I was actually on this grind type of season, when I was like 16, 17, where I thought, oh, okay, cool, I don't need to be in a relationship, women are distraction, women are this, women are that, women are that. And then you realize, guys, that there's actually, in the come up, right, and when you're grinding, just because you have a girl doesn't mean she's going to drag you down. This is the thing, a lot of people have this mindset where, they're narrow-minded, and it's not down to the girl, it's down to yourself. The only reason why you're not going to be successful and you're not going to be successful in your relationship, it's not down to the woman, it's down to yourself. And I think this is why a lot of men need to take accountability a lot. I talked about, for me personally, why I think guys were more the wrong than women. I always talk about it, guys, like, for me personally, like this thing about, oh, women are gonna fuck you up. No, it's you're gonna fuck yourself. I'm telling you guys for a fact, the only person that's stopping yourself from being successful or achieving your potential, it's not down to a woman, it's down to yourself. It is. Like, don't do this blame factor. Well, nah, it's not my fault because my woman dragged me down. Who picked the woman? You did. No, she didn't put a gun to your head and said, be with me, or I'm going to do this. She never did that. She didn't blackmail you. She didn't do anything like that. So, as I said, I'm in the middle of this. It depends on the guy. For me personally, like, as I said, truthfully, I'll be honest, most times when you're in a relationship, yeah, you might have to sacrifice some time in order to spend time with the girl, depending on the girl and stuff like that. But a real person in a relationship, a real woman, is someone that understands that, yo, I might not be able to, spend time with you as much because, I'm on the grind and shit, and she respects that. And not only that as well, there is some woman that can actually help you, make sure that you are successful. And this is the thing a lot of people don't speak about. A lot of people just only speak about the negatives, but don't speak about the positives too. Yeah, well, I admit it's rare to find a woman like that, 100%. I'm not going to deny that. Like, let's be honest, like, it's very hard to find a woman that is going to help you actually become be in the come up, because this thing about, oh, you have to be, it's looks, money, status, and it's all about, oh, you have to be a high tier guy to get a relationship. No, it doesn't work like that. That's like, I'm telling you right now, if you're a guy, your principles, and you put yourself first, and you know yourself first, I promise you guys, you're going to find a woman that actually respects that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it might be more difficult, but you're definitely going to find someone for that. So for me, I don't necessarily say you don't get in a relationship, just in my opinion, but I wouldn't say get into a relationship. I say your prioritization shouldn't be in a relationship. That should not be your number one, in my opinion, for me personally. Like, my prioritization right now is myself. It's not for me to be in a relationship or get married or anything like that, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm not where I want to be in order to get to that situation. In the future, 100%, then I think being in a relationship or getting married or being with a woman that, you know, that you do respect is really good. But I think on the come up, like, you need to get your prioritizations right. Like, I won't say don't get a relationship, but I wouldn't say make it your whole, you know what I'm saying, your whole goal to do it. That's just what I think. But let's carry on the video.
Guys that cannot handle being in a relationship because they'll go from giving their business their all. The second they get a girl, they're gonna put all their time, attention, and energy.
No, that's a weak man, though. That's not a guy. That's not a man. That's just a simp. Let's be honest, guys. A man of his principles will get in a relationship with a woman that's gonna help with the business. They're not gonna all of a sudden just prioritize with the woman more than that. And I think if the woman expects you to cut down, and I've talked about this as well, you should never as a man, never cut down your hours for a woman. I don't even care. Like, I don't care if this sounds crazy or anything like that. That's just me personally. Never cut down your work hours for a woman, unless obviously she's sick or anything like that and she's in critical need. That's the only time I accept it. But in general, never cut down your hours, man. What are you doing here? Like, I talked about it. I don't know if it was the last video. It was the UDY video, actually. I talked about, because the one guy that he was considering, he was a truck driver. I think you see guys who haven't watched it, where this guy's a truck driver who's dating a woman that, you know, he's out for 3 weeks on the road and then they barely get to see each other, and he was considering cutting down hours for a woman that was basically cheating anyway, and obviously she cheated. You know what I'm saying? So going back to my point is that, like, yo, like, a weak man does that. You know what I'm saying? A sim. And let's be honest, guys, most guys will do it. So I do agree with this point that most guys will actually, once they get in that relationship, they'll prioritize a woman over your business. And I think that's wrong, personally, for me. I think even the woman wouldn't even get that too. Like, if a woman gets pissed because you're not prioritizing her over your business, that's not the right woman. I'm sorry, that's not the right woman. And you guys can call me a misogynist, you guys can call me all this all you want. I'm just speaking the truth, guys, you know what I'm saying? So, as I said, that's only for a weak guy. Don't, just because maybe 80% of guys or 90% of guys are weak, I agree, doesn't mean that the 10% or 20% or whatever it is of guys who actually stick to the principles don't do that. And actually, the woman goes there, understands the principles, and help them. But I don't think people talk about that enough.
Into that girl, which therefore they'll start to neglect their business. So it really comes down to what type of guy someone is. If they're the type of guy that knows how to balance it, or it's realistically there's no fucking balance. At the end of the day, it will depend on the man, depending on whether or not he's able to sustain a relationship while also growing a business, because it's hard to grow a relationship and grow a business at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that. This is the thing about let's be honest, he's saying depending on the man. I don't think his answer says fuck no. He said fuck no, but then he goes in to say depending on the man. So I don't know what he's trying to say here, but I do agree with this bit, though, to be fair, because I think it's really hard to balance relationship and the business. For me personally, I don't believe you can do 50-50 in terms of putting 50% of your eggs into a relationship and 50% of your business. I don't think that works. I think for me personally, if you're not on the come up and you're not where you want to be, then I say maybe 60% on the business or 40% on the relationship. And I don't think that's a problem, guys, especially if you're on the come up. If you've already made it and you're ready to settle down and shit like that, different story. You can maybe put more in a relationship and the business can just make you passive income. But for me, I don't believe, yeah, I do agree that it's very hard, it's very difficult to put 50-50 and put your mindset into a relationship and the business at the same time, because a business is hard enough and even being a relationship is hard enough. Let's be honest, guys. Like, the two jobs, it's two jobs, you know what I'm saying? So as I said, like, you can still have both, and I think it's possible to balance it, but it's very, very difficult. Barely anyone, I think, personally, for me, I don't think I could do that even if I got in a relationship or anything like that. And I obviously got the YouTube, that's like me uploading every single day what I used to, and just editing all the time and shit like that. and also prioritizing my relationship at the same time. It's gonna be very, very difficult. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think there's anything wrong with maybe putting 60 or 70% into the business and 30 or 40% into relationship. I don't think that's a problem until you get to a point where you're sustainable. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with that point, really.
You're gonna have to sacrifice one or the other. So
no, but once you have to, no, I disagree with that bit too, though. I disagree with this one where he says you have to sacrifice. You don't have to sacrifice. This is the thing about this black and white mentality. It's not about this or that. There's always an in between. There's always context to everything. You can also you can have to sacrifice being in a relationship to do a business. Like, it's not 100% business in that. You can still have both, but you have to sacrifice in terms of 50-50, where you have to balance it out in terms of, yeah, it's going to be business and relationship at the same time. It's like a seesaw where it's in the middle. No, it's going to be maybe where the business is a little bit higher, or the relationship, whatever you guys do, wherever you guys point in life, could be the relationship's higher or the business higher, but you don't have to sacrifice one of them. You can do both. You know what I'm saying? You can do both.
It's a really hard question.
Should a man be...
Yeah, I think, and that's the end of the video there, to be fair. Just a quick breakdown for me of what I think in terms of should a guy be in a relationship on the come up. And I hope you guys enjoyed that breakdown. We're going to actually look at the comments as well before we end the video, as we always do, just see what everyone else is thinking. Definitely don't have to sacrifice one or the other. Don't lose a good woman over these idea, fellas. 100%. I'm just what the replies say. A good woman will understand regardless. This 100%. He's not wrong. He said depends on the man. I mean, he did say that, to be fair. Definitely in the middle of that right now. A strange place to be, lol. Well, J. Cole was in a relationship whilst on the come up, bro. Still made it today. He's with the same girl, and he was with the back when he was broke, married with kids. Exactly. I mean, to be fair, as I said, it's J. Cole. J. Cole's literally one of the goats. You know what I'm saying? And not everyone's J. Cole, but it's 100% possible. Like, don't guys, don't get this thinking where it's not possible to be in a relationship on the come up. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Like, you actually can do that. Like, as long as like you actually have your prioritization in check, and if the woman's be like, yo, listen, I actually understand your principles, she'll be on board with it, man, if you're the guy. You know what I'm saying? This couple pissed me off. I know people might get riled by this. I'm not riled by this. I just do a breakdown by this. In my opinion, the feminine energy feeds the masculine, makes you more driven, more focused on the purpose. Maybe it's just bigger. Depends on the girl. But wait, isn't this what you guys did? That's not necessarily true. I don't know for me personally what their relationship is. I really don't know. I've seen a couple of their videos, but I don't know. I've not like done any delved any deeper of what they think. Because before my girl, I made $100. After my girl, I made 500K. Get yourself a good woman, she'll stay up and down. For example, the Hormozy is a very good example, because I think Alex Hormozy. Well, I know he I remember I watched a podcast about a couple months ago, and he was talking about like how he was basically sleeping or something like that, where he was making his own gym and stuff like that, and he was broke, and his women still stood by him. And look at them today, like they're literally business partners. Like, it's possible. He's talking about the red pill, guys. If your woman is mature, and you're able to keep her in reality and not whenever it's a woman's mind, you'll be fine. The problem is our immature women and those with baggage can't spend the time alone and nothing going on. See, this is the problem though with this red pill thing as well, bro. Like, this is the thing, and I've noticed it. I'll be honest, I've noticed it, especially like the Miami. I guarantee they're in Miami as well. I guarantee they're in Miami, but this Miami type of thing, it's like they believe in like this red pill shit as well. I don't believe in that type of shit, man. Like, it's down to you. It's not down to the women at all, bro. Like, you have to be honest, guys. Like, you stop blaming women, bro. You have to stop taking accountability for yourself. Oh, well, the woman didn't do it. How do you do it? You know what I'm saying? It's your fault. It's most of the time your fault. So, so she there to eat your work. Sorry, my guy, you're working. Bro, that's crazy. I'm always surprised if she's to stay. If she retired. I swear down there he retired as well. It's mad, crazy. Definitely being single while in the come up, but damn, the thought of having someone by my side. But again, I'd probably get too distracted of her instead of what's. And listen, if you guys actually get distracted on the come up, on the relationship, on the come up, don't get in a relationship. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with. If you don't trust yourself as a person to be in a relationship and on the come up, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. You don't have to. You're not forced to get in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's pretty much what everyone's saying, really. It just depends on the woman and shit like that. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. A very quick breakdown of the should conversate. Should you be in a relationship on the come up? I hope you guys enjoy that. If you guys agree with my point, disagree with my point, drop me down in the comments below what you guys think as well. I'm also going to show you subs, guys. As I said, if you guys not subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do that good stuff. I said I've been a bit inconsistent, guys, a little inconsistent in terms of the videos and stuff, but yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I'm still working in the background, you know. Doesn't mean I'm slacking. I'm doing other stuff in the behind the scenes which I don't really put on camera. But at the end of the day, make sure we produce this entertainment and value for you guys, a little bit more value for you guys as well. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Peace.